intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
From the gun on third down, Blackburn. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on third down, Blackburn in trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack, and remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their rookie quarterback, the former Boilermaker from Purdue.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run straight ahead with Ware. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. The Wizards offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you can see he leads the league in rushing as he enters this final week. So we'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Back to throw. Blackburn. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Blackburn.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You can look at this defense.
They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Off play action. Blackburn. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. A give running left is Ware. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run with Ware. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try it on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Off the bootleg, Blackburn. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Blackburn. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 6. And he fires one incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Blackburn. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Blackburn.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Running on 1st down with Ware. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Blackburn. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 20-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Off play action. Blackburn. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper in 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Blackburn. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st down, Pioneers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Blackburn. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Walker, the tight end, in motion. They run the counter. It's Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and defensive side is it.
Throw complete to Bell.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Jenkins. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
They're able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Mays. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Blackburn. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Blackburn.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long, very much like a boxing match. Each team counter-punching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jenkins, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Walker, the tight end, in motion. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Pioneers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the gun on 3rd down, Blackburn. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jenkins.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Wide open receiver complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Mays. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down and 8.
Back to throw. Blackburn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's McKenzie. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Looking to throw. Blackburn.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if we keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Walker, the tight end, in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jenkins, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And brought down down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Jenkins. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Second and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jenkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pioneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 11, a minute 50 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Room past the 35.
And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he would get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for our visitors,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Montreal, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.